Hey guys, it's Nadia. I'm here with a special exclusive video for the Fight Club for Women. One of the things I love about the Fight Club for Women is there are all kinds of ladies from all over the place, and we're all doing new, different, neat stuff to keep our bodies moving, to get feeling better in our bodies. And so I'm here in the middle of Haverford College, which is a great place to be able to do lots of different things. There's some runners that just went by us. You can come and walk the trails. You can bring and throw down your yoga mat. You can do calisthenics, all kinds of stuff for you to be able to do. Now, earlier this week, Marsha posted a video, or actually it was just a post about opening your hips. So I thought for our first yoga video I would bring in a little bit of extra expertise about that. So I'm going to give you some postures that no matter what you do, who you are, how long you've been practicing, if you have absolutely nothing about yoga, even Roseanne can do these poses. Okay, so let's come onto the mat here. And one thing to know about hip opening postures is there's really two ways to open your hips. You can open them like open hip postures. This would be an example of an open hip posture. You're opening the hips wide. And we can do closed hip postures with open the hips in this direction, right? So I'm going to give you a couple of these that don't require any extra balance or flexibility. First one is just as simple. It's called Baddha Konasana. That's the Sanskrit. But the English for this would be bound angle pose. So let's say you just went for a long run. You've done a few stretches. You're starting to cool down. You can come to a simple seated position. You can bring your feet together. And one thing that will help suggest the knees down, you want the knees down in this pose, is to grab the feet and open them up like a book. Feel that sort of suggests your knees down. If you're like I was in the beginning, it took me forever to get flexible in yoga. My knees were like up here in my armpits, and I was like, I'm going to fall over from one side to the other. You can start to bring your heels away from your pelvis here. And then straight as back as you can. You're going to fold over. You're just going to breathe here. This can be a really intense stretch. We hold a lot of stuff in the hips, so it's really good, especially after a long workout, to get a good stretch out in the hips. So you can hold this, deep breath. The breath is a big part of yoga, so inhaling, exhaling, maybe 10, 15 breaths, it'll feel really good. You can also take this a step further, keep your legs as they are, and lay back, allow gravity to do the work for you. You can spend some time that way. The second way that you can come to this is we'll do a closed hip posture. So this is similar to the one in Marsha's video or Marsha's post. So you bring the right foot forward. You're gonna have your knee directly over your heel here, so like a 90-degree angle. And then, as a little bit on top, not quite on top of the kneecap, but in front of it. And if this is a lot for your knee, you're doing it at home, and you're not in a nice grassy surface like I am, you can double pad your mat or put a blanket under it. So we want this bend in the knee. And then I'm just going to bring my hands to my low back, keep my tailbone tucking, my belly lifting in, and just lean into this stretch. See how I'm drawing my shoulder blades together? I want my spine as vertical as possible, and I'm just going to lean. This you'll feel really in the meat of the quadricep, and the hip will be opening as well. So you're getting a real deep stretch here. You don't want to feel it in the joints, so if you start to feel it in the knee or the hip, just back off a little bit. Really keep it in the meat of the muscle. Those are two options for you. There's a lot more where that came from, so if you have a practice or a particular workout that's causing you pain in some area, comment on this post, and maybe it's a shoulder, maybe you want to open your hamstrings, maybe you want to really start to stretch your quadriceps, let me know, and we'll make that the theme of one of the next videos. Roseanne, I gave you the video. I don't have to do the sun salutations, and you better get over here and do tripod, sister. It's time. Let's go.